And, you know. There's a big stat right there. Third down conversion, 5 out of 13. They were 1 out of 8.
We converted like a 3rd and 18 and 3rd and 20.
We did.
Yeah. I was like, oh.
Yeah, those are fun.
Yeah.
Okay, are you guys ready, Darren? All right. We are certainly, I'm certainly really proud of this team. You know, we looked like we were just self-destructing in the first half. A lot of things, you know, Philadelphia made some plays and they did a nice job, but most of the stuff for us was just our own doing and not much going on. And you know, I think that it really says a lot about who our team is just by the way we came out and started physically to take the game over. It was awesome to see, and the way that happened in the third and fourth quarter, and it was a team deal, offense, defense, and then Nick Rose had suffered so badly with a couple kicks. I think his kick right before the half was a big start for us, and then he made big kicks down the stretch, and then you know, I was totally impressed with the way our guys pulled it back together, and we won the game.
But you kind of went with Johnson there in the second half, and like you said, you were able to start running the football and start going downhill. Do you feel like that kind of gave you a spark there offensively?
Yes, you know, I think that he, you know, the things that he did and the choices he made and what he brought to that game in particular made a big difference in the game.
Coach, you won the game in the trenches. I think they only had 31 rushing yards, which is pretty amazing. What was the second half? At halftime adjustments, it was 10-3, one-score game. Second half, they got nothing accomplished whatsoever. You had a great pass rush, knocked Scott out of the game. What did you tell the guys at halftime as far as offensive, defensive line?
You know, I think that the main thing about us defensively is we kind of just stepped it up and made more plays. We played with a lot of tight coverage that made them have to really make, I think, tight throws. So I was impressed by our coverage that way. And it just seemed like it wasn't anything that we coaches did adjustment-wise as much as just the level, I think, of kind of the focus of our team in the second half. I mean, everybody kind of just centered in and played like crazy and made plays. And that's kind of how that thing went. It was really fun to, you could feel it on the sideline, the confidence growing. It was good.
And Darius, when it came down to goal line situations, you had some really tight lines on the inside there. How did it feel with those guys who were going between the tackles a lot, finding holes, finding places with spaces? How was it as far as what you were seeing coming out of that backfield?
It's pretty easy when your offensive line is getting a push. I was just hiding behind them and getting as much as possible. So shout out to the offensive line and giving a great push. And I do the easy part, just hold the ball and fall forward.
The mindset of the defense changed once Cooper's got in there, and you know, there's a backup. And Scott had been playing well the first 2 years.
I wouldn't say the mindset changed. I feel like we just put it together. Like, we had a couple busts at the beginning, like, so we just settled down and put it all together, and then everything started clicking from there. There wasn't no mindset change. Like, we was already locked in. We trying to win the game.
It had to be frustrating the way they scored the first one. You know, tagging
Most
down.
definitely.
I mean, I know like, he's trying to avoid a hit in that situation, so you understand like why he did what he did, but he tagged that down.
With the way the rules is right now, man, you just gotta. We don't want no penalties. We don't want nobody to get kicked out the game. So it was smart, but we still gotta touch them down. That's still on us at the end of the day.
Coach, the kicking situation, and I know you coached in the NFL for a long time. The numbers are what they are, and they're not very good. What are some reasons why the kickers are struggling through these first 3 weeks?
I think that it's because the battery, the whole group, snapper, holder, kicker, are all working. I don't know that there's any one of them in the league that has been with another guy in their group. And that part of it, them being synchronized, is so important to their success. The confidence that the kicker has in both the holder and the snapper. And I'm not saying we don't, but they just haven't worked that long together. And I think that through time it'll get better. And, you know, you saw Tampa Bay's guy make a big kick the other day to win a game. I think it was 47 yards or something to win the game. And then, you know, Nick really, those I was with Nick in San Antonio 3 years ago?
3 years ago.
Yeah, and he never missed a kick all year. It's perfect. And the last one he kicked was 50 yards. He's just struggling, but he obviously has a ton of toughness because he came back and made some. I put him out there the next time to give him the hardest kick of the day, and he made it. So I think that says something about him too. We just got to keep working.
Coach, you guys ran the ball 32 times in the second half, passed 4 times, and really started to control the game. What does that say about the toughness of your group?
I love that. I told them that after the game. It should tell you a lot about who we are, and you know, especially to do that when it had not been really going very well. I don't think anybody on our sideline felt great about what was happening in the first half. It was a pretty dreary place, but they didn't quit, you know, and then pulled it together and made some plays, and then kept going. I thought that was really impressive.
Dewan, how would you describe the defense during the game today?
I feel like we lights out when we on the field, but we still haven't put it together yet. Like, we still be messing up on coverages and stuff like that. I mean, it's normal, but once we put it together, I feel like we the number one defense in the league for sure. Like, once we put it all together, fallacy, we still going day by day, game by game, trying to put it together while we playing against another opponent, and we getting it done.
And we're missing some pieces today now.
Definitely.
There was some guys that it was kind of taped together where Mike Brown, an offensive lineman, played I don't know how many snaps the defensive line for us. So that was impressive how we played defensively considering the number of guys that are out and then what happened in the game where Mike, an offensive lineman, had to go in and play. So that's what made it almost more impressive.
You had a couple of offensive linemen get hurt as well, so you didn't have any subs up point for the line.
It's awfully thin, yeah.
Darius,
Only the strong survive.
Darius, you throughout the game today, gave a really good effort with kicking the ball and extending plays. Your third down statistic is really impressive. So how do you go into games with a mindset, especially starting out with an league you said was perhaps keeping the bare bones basics of football, like protecting the ball?
My thing is the first person never tackles me. It's against my religion, so I have to keep it that. But football is still 5 yards. So I just go into the mindset that I've been doing it my whole life, just another day. And I know God's blessed me with the abilities, and it's up to me to go out there and perform to the best of my ability. So I have full confidence in myself every play, no matter the situation. And it helps to have a great offensive line and great teammates around you. So, like I said, I'm just doing the easy part, holding the ball and falling for it.
Coach, if you want to follow up on that question you said with John playing D-line, considering it's a smaller roster in this league, do you have to work on that during the week for two-way plays? How much focus do you put in on that during the week?
We haven't done much of it, but then this week, you know, we kind of were monitoring what was going on defensively, and I was kind of excited to see how many guys were actually practicing full speed on offense, and then realized defensively it was really hard. Secondary, the defensive line, and then we knew going in the game we did not have a backup defensive lineman. So that's when a couple days ago we talked about Mike being a guy that could go in and play some snaps, and you know, almost all professional football has to have some of that, and I'm not new to it. In Canada, we had 37 active players and played 12. So it was even less, but I think that these guys have to play a lot of football. They play on all the special teams. And, linebackers are just really, they're on every special team. So they've got to be real football players to play like this.
Do we have any questions from the Zoom? I don't think we do. Are there any other questions here inside the room?
Thank you all.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
y'all.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.